everyone, this is Paul Gale from paulgalenetwork.com, and thank you for joining me today for video game news. It is November 10th, 2021, and these are the top stories of the day. To kick things off, this episode of Video Game News is very Nintendo-centric. It's actually just going to be 3 reaction videos to the Neil Patrick Harris Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain commercial that Nintendo just dropped, the commercial featuring Christina Aguilera and playing with her family, as well as the Brie Larson video of her on Instagram going through Metroid Dread. So it's a little bit of a trailer reaction video combined with video game news, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's start off with Neil Patrick Harris and family. Big Brain Academy, Brain vs. Brain for Nintendo Switch, and this 1.5-minute commercial.
Is this seat taken?
You think you can beat me?
I got the biggest brain in this house.
Papa, you have the biggest brain.
See, even your sister agrees. Levels. I'm beginner level, right?
No!
What? I'm pretty sure. Okay, fine, I'm advanced. Good luck, everybody.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah!
Ooh.
You didn't even win.
DC beat you?
Okay, you know what? I think it's homework time. Oh, look at that. Kids winning. How can they keep beating you? Who are you?
You're Neil Patrick Harris.
It's pretty
What are
funny.
you doing? Practicing.
Oh, great. So all you're gonna do is play this game.
Night and day. Until you finally beat the kids.
Exactly. Let's do this. We demand a rematch.
You think you're ready to try a challenge in class? Come on, come on. Oh! No.
Pretty funny.
Will you come up big? Big Brain Academy, Brain vs. Brain. Rated E for everyone, only on Nintendo Switch.
Okay, I like that. That was a fun. That was a pretty fun commercial. Despite acting for a commercial, it felt very real, and the joy was definitely relatable. As you know, my wife and I have 2 kids of our own, son and daughter, and in this commercial, you see parents, son, daughter, all enjoying a video game together. And in particular, with Big Brain Academy, I was a big fan of the original game back on the DS in the early 2000s, and for that matter, also enjoyed the Wii version, although I significantly played the DS one, significantly more, I should say. But both are good games, so I'll be checking out this. This is dropping December 3rd on Nintendo Switch. It is a reduced price game, so it's not $60. It'll be worth just having probably digitally on the eShop as something that's always on the system. I do like most of my games physically, but there are certain titles that just make sense to always have, like I said, on the platform without popping out a cartridge, and I think this is one of them. So let me know what you thought of the commercial. I thought it was fun. Growing up as a kid in the 80s and 90s, personally, I was a fan of Neil Patrick Harris in his Doogie Howser days, and then later on in the 2000s he was on the hit How I Met Your Mother. So following his career, watching him along the way, he's pretty cool, pretty funny, has had a lot of good hits out there. So that was a fun commercial. I like that. Okay, and I'm looking forward to the game, so that helps. Next up, we're going to check out one of the biggest pop stars of the 90s who's still relevant today, as Christina Aguilera has been hosts on video awards, or I should say not video awards, but video presentations, music presentations, and awards too, and whatnot, but mostly still revolving around music and talent. That's where her career is at, and now she's got a family of her own, and this is going to be Christina Aguilera playing with her family. It's her and her family staying connected with Nintendo Switch. Let's check it out.
Follow me, Mom.
Slow down, hold on.
Yes, climb up the hill.
Oh my gosh, how'd you get so good?
When are you coming home?
I'll be there tomorrow. We're gonna have game night.
Okay, Christina, we're ready on stage for
Okay,
you.
I'll be right there. Honey, I gotta go
Bye,
now.
Mom. Have fun.
I love you, babe.
Love you.
Okay, bye. Hi, Bubba. Can't wait till you see what I'm cooking up.
When are you coming home, I miss you?
I'll be home sooner than you think. Guys, I'm home! Sammy!
Bye, Mom.
Hi, Maxie. Okay, guys. Here we go, Max. You ready for Super Elite?
I'm ready. I think I'm gonna win.
Oh, look, I got one. Summer's gonna beat us. Look at you. Summer got the highest scores.
Summer won.
Staying close no matter how far I am. That's my way to play. Nintendo Switch.
Cool. It's good to hear the My Way to Play tag being used. Okay, that's a very different. I think that was a Peppa Pig commercial that was coming up. It's good to hear My Way to Play being used because Nintendo goes through different slogans. Sometimes they kind of forget one or move on to the next and don't use one that was popular. My Way to Play seems to be doing pretty well. You don't see the hashtag pop up all the time, but the fact that she said it in this commercial means that Nintendo is still paying attention to My Way to Play. You know, speaking of things that they kind of dropped, this past Halloween of 2021, I don't think they used the hashtag Nintendo Halloween on any of their social media. In the past, at least for a couple of Halloweens, they have, and they asked to see your art, your Nintendo costume, your Nintendo pumpkins, and so forth. This time they didn't. So there's an example of something that it is just seasonal, but they didn't continue with it. And I think they should, at least on the seasonal ones, do it. Regarding My Way to Play, you know, go ahead and continue it. On the commercial itself specifically, good seeing Christina Aguilera, son and daughter. We got a combination of Animal Crossing in this one, which was the start, and we went into some Big Brain Academy, which was nice to see. And I think there was one other title in here, was there not? Okay, yeah. Oh no, it was started off with a Super Mario 3D World. Yeah, pretty fun too. You know, I like Christina Aguilera. Growing up, like I said, in the 90s, Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears, a couple of the top stars in the music world, and she's had a successful career and still relevant, so cool seeing another good commercial. All right, and finally, this last one isn't a commercial so much as it's Brie Larson playing kind of in a more live, natural setting, Metroid Dread. It says that it is an ad, spending my weekend escaping an alien base. How about you? So excited to be playing Metroid Dread on my Nintendo Switch OLED model, and thought I'd share some Metroid memories with with you, all as I try to fend off these robots, the Emmys. No matter how this character has evolved with each game, she's always been one of the most inspiring video game characters that I've looked up to. Okay, let's check out this one.
This video is sponsored by Nintendo. Hi, I'm Brie. I'm just here playing Metroid Dread on my new Nintendo Switch OLED, which is heaven. Samus is a character that has inspired me since I was a little girl. This large, robotic, powerful character had this blonde ponytail woman at the end of it. I've loved over the years playing Samus in Super Smash Brothers in every iteration. It's always been my go-to character. This new version of Metroid Dread, it's got everything from the classic games that you would love, even more weapons, powers. I highly recommend it. It's super fun. It's surprising what she can do, and she is an incredible leader. I mean, she's out there just protecting the universe. I can relate to that. This video is sponsored by Nintendo.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I like Brie Larson.
Hi,
you know, when I really got to know who she is, well, I say who she is as far as, you know, watching interviews and stuff like that leading up to a movie's premiere was in 2017 with Kong Skull Island, and I thought she did a good job in that role. And of course, later on, a couple of years later, she became Captain Marvel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I thought that was a nice film, and though she had a smaller presence in Avengers Endgame, still held up just fine there. She has expressed many times over that she's a big Nintendo fan. You know, she's dressed up as Samus Aran in the past for Halloween, said that she would love to be Samus in a live-action adaptation of Metroid. Even on the side of that, how well it kind of fits is there were key moments in Captain Marvel where that music, because the movie took place in the 90s and Super Metroid was released in the 90s, there's certain elements of music where it sounded just almost right out of, Super Metroid, something borrowed from it. At least that was my take. I remember doing an article on that. And her as Captain Marvel going through corridors on the spaceship, at one point even having her arms blocked off, kind of not being able to release her energy. It's like, dude, you're Samus almost in that moment. You're going through a corridor, it was being blocked off instead of the arm cannon, but kind of looking reminiscent of it with this music going on. I could definitely see, all right, let Nintendo get involved, have them be a part of the movie's development, much like Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto and Nintendo are actively participating in the creation of the Super Mario CG film coming out December 21st, 2022, starring Chris Pratt and co. Let's do a Metroid movie, right? Would it be better suited to be live action or CG? I would like this one to be live action, especially as I watch back once in a while that Metroid Prime commercial, that theatrical release of 2002, and how they promoted that game in theaters with this big budget, seemingly live action trailer. That was really cool. And that was with tech way back in the day. Imagine that, but full-blown movie scale and stuff like that. I think we've got something cool on our hands. But even if they went the CG route, I think it still could be awesome. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of these 3 videos. Neil Patrick Harris, Christina Aguilera, Brie Larson. Are you a fan? This one was very non-commercial like, but was still an advertisement. You could see that she is playing. Her buttons, her finger placements are matching up. She is a gamer. She is a fan of Nintendo. And, props to that. It's still an ad, so there's still a payment involved in it. But it felt very, real and natural and stuff. And that's cool. And for that matter, like I said, even the Christina Aguilera one, it felt real and warmth too. The Neil Patrick Harris one I expressed felt, like legit. And that's what I like saying. Then again, you could always say, well, good acting will make it feel legit. But I wanna say that, they were having fun, right? I do believe that. But all right, that's gonna do it today for this commercial viewing, opinion piece, light video game news talk. All right, have a good one, everybody. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.